Hi, beautiful to have you here. And today I want to speak about how people around us hold us back when we grow, and how also we ourselves are holding ourselves back when we up level, we go to the next step, we grow our business, we grow our life, and life becomes better and our business becomes better. I always see the two really interconnected. For me, life and business are not two things that are like on separate terms, but for me, it's really like a figure eight that is lying. Life and business, and our business inspires or nourishes our life through the money we earn, through the lifestyle we create, through that. And our life really inspires our business because the experiences we make in our life create and ideas and nourish and inspire what we do in our business. So really that's what I want to create for myself and for everyone else. And the figure eight always up levels because we always grow, we always evolve. Every experience, every idea, everything like really expands us. And when we do that, growth is really the natural path for our evolution. And when we do that, it's not always easy, it's uncomfortable. And especially it's uncomfortable because we are a version of ourselves. We know we're a version of ourselves. Our loved ones, the people around us know. And when we change and become a different version, we basically have to let die of the current version and to let go of who we are right now. And letting go of who we are and letting go of what we think was true and letting go of our and it's not just a really letting go, but it's a transition. But with this transition there is a liminal space which feels quite scary because we are not anymore the person we thought we are, because we don't want to be that small version of ourselves, but we are not yet the person we dream of being. So stepping into the space in between is really uncomfortable, and it's us, like we ourselves, we create a lot of things that feel like, oh, this is a sign. Let me just stop here and let me go back to the small version of myself. Or oh, I don't need the bigger version of myself. I'm already happy here. And that's important and that's beautiful because I think it's always the balance of the two. It's always the seeing the bigger version and the more that we can have for ourselves, and at the same time really being grateful for where we are and what we have, especially at this moment. And then at the same time making the space, opening the space for more. And when that happens, when we open that space for more and we start shedding the layers of who we ourselves from our unconsciousness start limiting. We create so-called upper limits, which you can read about in Big Leap, a book from Gay Hendricks, but also in many other places now. And we create these upper limits, which means like this is how good life can be and not more. So we keep ourselves in that little box. And also others, especially the more someone we have close to us, the more someone loves us, they see all the dangers. They're like, you're so safe in this place. Why would you walk through the liminal space, through the phoenix rising? Why would you go through that transformation process if you're like quite doing well here? So they start showing us the dangers from the outside. They're like, oh, really? I think that's really risky. You could lose everything, and this could happen, and like all the fears that are popping up. And one part that's because they love us so much, they want to hold us safe. It's what mothers do with their children a lot of times. And on the other part, it also really happens energetically. And I can see that in my own space, how it happens from the outside. Then I can recognize it and say, oh, okay, I'm up leveling. I learned to see it as really a good sign. I really learned to see it as, oh, wow, things are happening, energy is moving. It means I'm on my path. It means I'm in the valley of change. And then it also happens, like I just said, energetically. For example, when I launched our membership 2 weeks before our own membership could launch, my computer didn't work. Just one evening, I opened my computer and it was not working in the morning. I turned it off like I do every evening, and in the morning, it didn't turn on. And I knew that it was kind of like that really tensional, liminal space where I would like just prefer to say, I'm not committing to holding group. I'm not committing to holding that beautiful space because it feels more comfortable to be the smaller version of myself. And this is when I exactly knew, even if this computer doesn't work, even if it doesn't work out like I want to, I still have to go through the fire. I still want to launch this because I announced it. It's time, I feel it in my heart. And so the computer actually took more than a week, nearly 2 weeks. We also ordered a new one. We are living here on this small island, which has a lot of things, but we tried to repair it, and we didn't have to repair the shop, and the repairman shop didn't have the piece that we needed to do that. So we had to order it from the mainland. It took a little longer. There were like some shipping problems. At the same time, I booked another backup computer, which took longer too, and I could use the computer of my daughter. So I was with the computer. It was just not my computer, and it was just changing and kind of uncomfortable. And I just really loaded and leaned into it. And this is what I feel is kind of where we learn to hold this space of expansion more and more the more we go through. Because failure is part of the process. Failure is part of the growth. There is no right and wrong decision. As long as we keep moving, as long as we are committed to our values, to our to a better world, to our own better world, to choosing love, as long as we are committed to that, there can not possibly be like wrong decisions, because every decisions leads us to the next part, and every decision creates the experience that we need. So just keeping going basically, and just really like if someone has some things they are like aware of, and they're like, if you're like in that space of up leveling and you know this is a person that really wants me to hold me safe because she loves me so much, that a lot of times it's maybe siblings, or maybe partners or parents or children, like people that are close to us. And if you know that, you really can help. Knowing this perspective really can help you to let them know and say to them, yes, this is the version that I am, and I want to be this version. How can you support me while I walk through this liminal space? Because I need your support more than showing me where there are crocodiles and all the dangers. So we can help each other grow. We can do that for them. We can even, like, sometimes I notice it in myself that someone is on the cusp of growth, and I'm like, that's dangerous. And you have to be careful because there's like so many things that could happen. And like, oh no, she is really brave right now. She's on her path of courage. So let me just see it for her. Let me see the straight line and the straight going there. Especially for me, it happens with loved ones, like my partner, my children. That's where it happens for me. It feels coaching is kind of that space. It's kind of creating that space. It's kind of holding you on both sides, knowing, oh wow, here you are. Oh wow, this is the liminal space, and I see it coming together for you, and I see you already as this new version. Yes. In the end, growth is really a good thing, and having the resistance, we really can see it like taking the journey. If we stay small in our like small little thing, if we don't walk through the fire, we don't meet the resistance. So resistance actually is a good thing because it means that we are going forward, that we are growing, that we are changing, that we are allowing ourselves to experience world and to embody experiences. So yes, really just trust yourself, trust your journey, trust your path, trust your decisions, and I would love to hear if there is something that comes up for you. Share it in the comments below, and let's connect if you feel like it. If you have some questions, feel free to reach out. And if you feel like joining the Arvo membership, you have a link below. And wishing you a beautiful and beautiful day. Thank you. Bye.